I think traditionally in Kenya, where flags will fly half-mast. There will be services in this period for the day, and then we will have a major service, interdenominational service at the weekend, at the end of that period. In the meantime, in terms of those recovering from hospital, government is supporting them, meeting bills and things like that. In terms of those ones who escaped, but they faced various kinds of trauma, the government set up counseling mechanisms to be able to help them cope with this. And I think that we're doing everything possible that families are asking of us to be able to comfort them and to be able to get them to move on with their lives.
And just with regards to the rescue operations, we heard the president say that several floors of the mall itself had collapsed and that it's believed that there were bodies that were trapped inside. Do we know the number of people who may possibly be missing inside of the shopping centre?
We do not believe that there are people people who had been held inside the mall. We don't think there are many, if any, actually, because we think our commandos had combed those floors the night before, and they did not find any of our people. But they did. They did find there were some bodies that are already accounted for in the number given that hadn't been moved, and the terrorists were hiding in that general area in a storage facility as well. So when the floors came down, you can imagine the second floor parking caved onto the first floor caved onto the ground floor, which means that people, if you are on the ground floor, you are totally flattened. So we've got to get all the debris out before we can account for everyone. And as the president promised, every single person will be accounted for if they were in the mall.
Now, with regards to your rescue operation, did you receive a specialized force assistant from other countries?
For the operation itself, no. Kenya received many offers for which it was grateful, but Kenya declined to take those offers. In terms of how you move forward with the second phase, which is the forensics part, and to be able to identify the attackers, obviously because there have been talk of Americans being involved, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has asked that it be involved in that phase, and we have said yes, they can do that. And the Israeli Special Forces, they have experience in that type of thing as well. They will now help out with the forensic phase. But in terms of the operation to set Westgate free and end the siege, that was a Kenyan operation, and we are very, very proud of our security forces for doing that.
Now, you've mentioned the various corporations. You've also requested that Pretoria conduct a probe into reports that one of the women who travelled to Kenya was a British woman using a forged South African passport. Now, does this question arise because there was a person found with a passport on their person that makes you raise such suspicions?
Usually no. I think because intelligence reports have suggested certain things, then you follow those leads to the very end. And to do that, you need the cooperation of your fellow intelligence services around Africa and around the world. So we have, as a matter of fact, followed the activities of this British woman since 2011. We track her fairly closely. We don't think she was here, but we cannot rule it out 100%. So we just need to be sure, and I think we're following that lead.